Alright, hi everyone, Annette here for One of Those Wino. I've gotten a few requests from people that watch the channel to do a tour of my camper, so I figured since I just got here to Kansas, it is clean now, I better do it before Josie destroys it. So, I need a glass of wine first. Start here in the kitchen because that's where I am. But the one thing that's different about my camper than most campers is that my kitchen is in the back. Instead of when you first walk into the camper, usually the kitchen is right there, living area and TV is in the back. Mine is flip-flopped, which I really love because it makes it feel like the living area has so much more room. The only bad thing about it is that I have two gray tanks. Because the kitchen is so far back. I have a tank back here and then a gray tank for my shower and laundry and all that. I have tons of storage. I have my nice stainless steel sink. I've always wanted a, what do they call these, farmhouse sinks? Farmhouse-esque, whatever. And I have this really awesome faucet that moves and it has the, it's on the little thingy thing. Well, I don't know what that's called. It's on that thing. Yes. But again, more storage over here. I do have decorations up on top, which Dad gives me crap about because I do have to take them down every time I move, but I don't really move a whole lot, you know. I'm still active duty, so it's more living in it than traveling in it, especially in the wintertime. So they stay up there. I do have to take them down so they don't fall, but not a huge deal. Anyways, drawers on this side. I have stove right here, 3 burners. I have tons of counter space back here. More decorations right here. Picture of my grandpa and grandma. My favorite picture of them. Aren't they just adorable? One thing that I have given advice on when picking out a camper, get a microwave with convection oven. It is awesome. You just take the turntable out and put the racks in and you can bake in it. Ooh, that's a little warm. I made biscuits and gravy this morning. But it's great because you use it as electric. You know, you don't have to use your propane, and in the wintertime when you're already using so much propane for the heat, this really, really comes in handy. And here's popcorn. So in Wichita, if you ever come down here, go to Popcorner. A good friend of mine and his wife came down last night, took me out to a really good barbecue, but that popcorn is peanut butter crisp. Oh my god. It's like puppy chow on popcorn. It's amazing. So Wichita, if you ever get down here, Popcorner. Here is the rest of my kitchen. My pantry is right here. And I didn't even have this in my house, so this is super awesome, but it has all these drawers. I did find out that you don't put your canned goods in any of these drawers though, because it's just little plywood underneath. And it collapsed one day. Oh well. But I have tons of room up here. All up in there. That's where my crock pot is. And all these little lights. All across. I do have a residential fridge, which I didn't want, actually. I didn't want it at all when I was looking at campers because it doesn't run on propane. So like a regular camper fridge runs off of electric or propane, so when you're going down the road or if you want to go boondocking, your fridge is still going, where mine, as soon as I unplug, this thing is off. So another thing that I wish I would have stuck to my guns about was the fridge, but again, I'm doing more living than traveling, so for now this works, but plenty of room. I have table and chairs over here, and this whole thing is a slide. Right here, I'm standing on the slide, so once the 2 slides are out, it gives me about 15 feet of space in the living area. So it's pretty roomy. Alright, so here's my living room. My trunk that I brought from home that, again, my dad gave me crap for it and didn't want to help me carry it in, but it has all the extra blankets in there, and I normally keep Josie's dog food in there too, but it's actually sitting on the floor right there. But I have 2 recliners, a love seat that does pull out my TV, that I am in honor of the fact that we went to the Stir Museum last week, and we are now living in Kansas. We're watching Sarah Plain and Tall, one of my favorite movies, and really I think one of the only movies I know that was filmed in Kansas, or about Kansas. So, that's what we're watching. I have a fireplace down here that's not just for show. It does put out a little bit of heat. It has a blower on it. It's really handy for days like today when it's, you know, windy and a little chilly, but it's not cold enough to put your furnace on. This kind of just takes the chill out of the air. It's really handy. And it's pretty to look at. I mean, let's be honest. So this is the bedroom. I do have a king size bed. I do wish I would have gotten a queen size just so I could have used my own pillow top mattress that I knew was comfortable. It's surprising, you know, how much you pay for these campers, how crappy the mattress really is. But if you get the thick memory foam toppers, I have 2 of them. One of them is 2 inches and one of them is 3 inches thick. So it's comfortable now, but again, kind of just one of those crappy things that you deal with. So, closet. It's pretty big. Pretty good amount of space for me. One side is my uniforms, the other side is regular clothes. And then in here, I have my washer and dryer. It's a stackable unit. They do make a washer-dryer combo, but that just seems weird to me that your washer can dry your clothes. That just doesn't seem like it would work. And so I got the stackable kind, which I'm glad, because once I got to my first campground, started talking to other people that full-time, they have had those, and they said they didn't work very well. So just a little food for thought. I did put this sign out. My mom had it made last, maybe 2 years ago for Christmas. But it's one of my favorite verses, Philippians 4, verse 6. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Just something I like to remember in my daily life. And it is kind of heavy, but I have command strips, probably about 5 or 6 of them, holding them up. But it works, and it doesn't, I mean, it hasn't fallen down yet, knock on wood. But I use it for hanging my necklaces and stuff. And then I have my dresser. Come around here, and there is my sink, and then more storage, and then my shower. So pretty good amount of room. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, skylight has the long hose, so good shower. Funny thing about living in a camper for so long and having the foot pedal to flush your toilet. I was at Mom and Dad's house for, 4 or 5 days before I came down here to Kansas, and I kept trying to flush their toilet in their house with my foot. So if you're thinking about doing the RV thing and living in it full time, maybe go rent one for a weekend or even a week or 2. Take it out, see if you like it. I didn't do that. I kind of jumped at this, and I prayed a lot, and I figured if I wasn't supposed to be doing this, God would let me know. And it's been almost a year, and I absolutely love it. It's a little nerve-wracking, a little scary when you start the downsizing. I put all of my stuff in storage, thinking that, well, maybe, down the road, a few years, I'll get back into a house. But honestly, after about 6 months of living in the camper, I started selling everything in storage, and I actually sold everything out of storage this past month before I left Nebraska. And there's no looking back. I love it. I don't plan on living in a house for a while. It's great. That is it. I am going to turn this off, get Josie down here because he's snoozing on the bed, take him for a walk, and then we are going to watch Sarah Plain and Tall. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.